podcast homie. Simply Steffi. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I told you about my school counselor. So I was going to start moving into other adults in my building when I was in elementary school. Now, when I went to elementary school, my school served grades. They served grades kindergarten through the 6th grade. Now, that was pretty consistent until I went to middle school. So I had K through 6 in my elementary school, and then middle school was 7th and 8th grade. But the following year, they changed it so the 6th graders would start going to the middle school. That's currently where it stands in my area that we live in, my district, I should say. So, elementary schools are serving K through 5th grade, middle school 6th through 8th, and then 9 through 12. And yeah, you get the point. Anyways, the other thing that was really weird about that was we really, really wanted to go to outdoor school in 6th grade, and we didn't get to. The group before us did, and the group after us did, but we didn't get to go. And, this might just be what I heard as a child, and otherwise it's completely bass-ackwards, to be honest with you, because we lost our outdoor school due to the behavior of the 6th grade class that was ahead of us. I'm just like, bruh, that makes no sense now, even as an adult, like reasoning. Why are you punishing the group behind them? Like, that makes no sense. So either, like I said, I have the wrong information because I was just a very mature, young elementary school student. I was brilliant. I was so mature, Anyways, I might have my information wrong, but we lost out on our outdoor school for 6th grade, and it really sucked because that was like our last big hurrah, before going off into the suck. I mean, middle school. Middle school, the worst years of your life, right? Okay. And I've worked at middle school too. I liked it better as an adult though. Anyways, so today we're still talking about relationships with my teachers, not in a creepy way, positive relationships. I feel like it's such a different time right now. I don't want to go like all political or anything like that on my podcast because I'm trying to keep it neutral and light, because I know everyone has their own beliefs, and that's great. I support that. But I have to say, like, teachers nowadays, because like I said, I'm not a teacher, but I work with teachers and see a lot of things. They have the heart. Like, they want to just do the things, but they are so completely programmed to get everything on the list completed and tackle all this, and this standard needs to be met, or this or that. And it's no fault of theirs. It really isn't, because this pressure comes higher up than that. But it's frustrating because I see these teachers with these big, big hearts. I don't want to talk about class sizes because, again, that's going down a path. But there's a lot of kids in classes these days, man. And these teachers are feeling the struggle and want to build these relationships, these positive relationships with their students. And it's difficult because it's just like a constant, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, like a constant wheel, like a hamster wheel that they get stuck in and have to just, okay, we have this many minutes of this, we have to teach you this, we have to teach you that, but it's okay sometimes to stop and say, you know what, academics are really just not happening today. Yes, we're going to do our math. Yes, we're going to do some writing. But I don't have to check every single box because I'm still a human and I want to form a healthy relationship with my students. And that's really hard when you have this pressure to be up to a certain standard or whatever. I gotta say though, my admin personally that I work with is really big on student relationships and basic needs being met, because we're in like a different time, whether you want to agree or disagree. The pandemic kind of just did some things. Like it really shifted our reality. It shifted the future of these students. All these kids got paused, and then many of them didn't receive any education during that. The ones that were logging online, and I was on the other side of the screen serving our students as well, so I know that side of it. I'm not even going to get like political about the like masking and COVID and all of that. I'm just saying the kids were out of school and it really did some damage. And it's not just like, oh, you made them stay home and you're bad and it's your fault. No, it's literally just, it is what it is. We just have to accept it. It happened. Boom. Now we need to deal with it. And it's difficult because kids that are in, let's say, okay, for instance, let's pretend it's a 5th grader and they are functioning now at like a 3rd grade level because that's kind of where they left off. Because you know that online learning, maybe if it's like a direct online learning like school, because they have those, that's a little different. But the online pandemic learning, that did so much damage to our kids because socially, academically, they're struggling. So what does that look like when, see, here I go. I'm going off on a tangent. Maybe a soapbox. I'll try to still be careful. But anyways, I am passionate about my students, so sometimes that might happen. I'm not even going to say squirrel because I'd like to go this direction. So, the kids are different after the pandemic. It's a different vibe. Kids were losing out on those social skills. They were losing out on having those routines. And bless your hearts, parents. I had to be the parent and the teacher with the students and my own kids. I mean, I get it, 100%. That was hard. Trying to go to work, trying to do all the things. I'm not putting any blame on parents. I'm not putting the blame on the teachers. Because you know what is the point of putting blame on anyone? Is it productive? Does it get us anywhere? Whose fault is it? Who cares? Let's make a plan and come up with a solution to solve the problem. I don't care who started the problem. But the kids need more of the basic needs. Kids are needing more check-ins, more processing time, more help with their emotional regulation. It's not that everyone's just letting kids go crazy and do whatever the heck they want. Kids are different. That was something that changed everyone, but especially the students that were in the middle of trying to just get through school. My son was a freshman, and then it felt like in no time he was just a senior, and a huge chunk of his high school career was gone, and he didn't learn those skills, which I'm very blessed and lucky because my son has amazing skills, very mature, and he's got it under control. But the problem is he didn't get to go through any of his high school years, and that was a huge part of his developmental milestones that he needed to meet and experiences that he needed to experience, because it was literally like, hey, welcome to high school, boom, you're an adult. It felt like that. That's just what it felt like. They were losing out on sports. They were losing out on meals. They were losing out on so many of those connections that not everyone has. Some parents have to work, and they're not getting that downtime or that time to connect with their kids. And it's hard. There's so many things that come from the school experience, and that's those positive connections and those healthy relationships. Yes, I did go on a tangent. The point is, we need to know that things are different. So we need to understand that there's no cookie cutter way of doing anything. We're always going to want to evolve and learn and be better, right? That's part of life. But the old school ways, they're not working anymore. So we need to start thinking outside the box. We need to start getting creative and checking in with these kids, because things are different. I'm actually going to stop this right here because it's about almost 11 minutes now, and I'll come back on my next episode, or not episode, my next segment, and talk about the healthy relationships that I had with some of the teachers and adults in the building at my school. But for now, since I went on a tangent, I don't want to make the segment super long because I want you guys to just be able to get through one. And then if you want to keep listening to me ramble, you can hit play. But I'm going to end it here. Then I'll come back and start talking and try to stay focused without all the squirrel moments. And we will discuss some healthy relationships that I had with adults at my school. All right, guys, stay tuned. And I'm going to play a song for you.